Welcome back to the prediction of the ABC Summer Fun and Games 2025 season. Last time, we talked about the returning games. Today, we'll talk about the recap from the previous season. And yes, besides Lucky 13, I did recap this show before it got cancelled, but there's no time to waste. Let's talk about our recap. Let's talk about our recap of one of 6 game shows at a time. Number 1, let's start with Jeopardy Masters. Let's recap last year's Jeopardy Masters. After Andrew Hees, Amy Schneider, and Sam Buttery's demise, James Holzhauer, Mattea Roach, and Matt Amonio are returning to Season 2. There's going to be 2 more Jeopardy tournaments before the main event. The first tournament before is Jeopardy Tournament of Champions. Yogesh Raut made it on this one. In the second tournament before Masters is Jeopardy's Invitational Tournament. The winner was Victoria Gross. Wild card is, can you guess it? You won't believe this, Amy Schneider. Even though she lost the tournament, people expecting Brad Rutter to join. And now, let's talk about Masters. You know how this works. First place gets 3 match points, second place gets 1 match point, and third place gets nothing. There's 4 tiebreakers in this in order to make things faster. To kick things off, Victoria Gross, Yogesh Raut, James Holzhauer, and Amy Schneider made it to the semifinals. Victoria got 16, Yogesh Raut got 10, James Holzhauer got 9, and Amy Schneider, for the first time ever, not only she won a Masters game, but finally moving on with 6 match points. Sadly, we are saying goodbye to Mattea Roach and Matt Amonio. It was nice knowing them. Next, we are moving to the semifinals, who is James Holzhauer, Yogesh Raut, Victoria Gross, and Amy Schneider. For the first time ever, Amy Schneider is the only contestant so far who got negative points at the start, but got shut out in the semifinals. Means that James Holzhauer again, Yogesh Raut, and Victoria Gross are moving to the finals. Finally, we are in the finals. Match points doesn't matter, only your scores. James got 3rd place, who got 38,017 points in total. Yogesh Raut got 45,910 points overall, and Victoria Gross got a whopping 55,400 points overall. All 3 finals are returning for this year's season. You know the prizes. 6th place is 50 grand, 5th place is 75 grand, 4th place is 100 grand, 3rd place is 150 grand, 2nd place is 250 grand, and 1st place, who is Victoria Gross, who won $500,000, the Trebek Trophy, $100,000 donation for a charity of their choosing, and invitation to the next Masters competition for the finalists, which will be somewhere in May 2025. And ladies and gentlemen, Jeopardy Masters should be returning this year since they have promised. Number 2. Next, let's start with Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. There is nothing else to say about this season because there are so many delays. First of all, it was going to premiere somewhere on October 7th, but got delayed next week on the 14th. But then they delayed much further because ABC wants to put doubleheaders on their Monday Night Football. That sucks. The only episode of the season that we've watched was the Holiday Extravaganza. So far, it's the same as before, except we have a new studio, and so far, no $10,000 giveaway has been given for now. Chance the Rapper, Dionne Warwick, and Lil Jon are the only celebrities that have been played according to their Holiday Extravaganza. Let's move on. Number 3. Then there's Celebrity Family Feud, and oh boy, where do we even begin with these specials? This is season 10, and it's the first ABC Summer Fun and Games series, first ever to reach the dozen mark when it comes to seasons. They made this season special before Family Feud's 50th anniversary, which is from 1976. They made 3 specials a little early. Gameplay is the exact same, but this time it's a new announcer. Let's talk about specials. The first special was Family Feud, Decades of Laughs. It's a compilation for the past 48 years with hilarious answers like September. Everyone was laughing over this answer. Even Richard Dawson won't stop laughing. And yes, in 2012, this was his final laugh before he dies. That's why he can't even read the question while trying not to laugh. He will be missed. And there's Naked Grandma, which was so popular that they made parodies of this and even merchandising. There was other examples like the frog and alligator when it comes to 3-letter words, Cupine and the White House answers, and many more that I won't give too much detail. We're done for now. The second special was meant to be the season 10 finale known as Family Feud, the best of Barbie. One of the longest running hosts on Feud ever, we can recap this host for the past 14 years with some hilarious moments. And the final special was the second holiday special with Shaquille O'Neal and Sherry Shepherd. The only difference is instead of singing songs from last year, this time they're giving away money for a random audience. For example, they will say a number from 1 to 100s and telling them that they just won $2,500. 3 times happened. This was after the second round and before the triple round. And that's it for Feud. Let's talk about the return of a game show that I didn't even predict that finally returned. Number 4. Let's talk about an unexpected return of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Back in 2021, ABC indefinitely shelved 2 game show revivals, Supermarket Sweep and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I didn't even predict Millionaire to return, but something is about to change. On May 3rd, 2024, ABC renewed the show for a 25th anniversary season after a 3-year hiatus, which premiered on July 10th, 2024. Millionaire finally returns after 3 years of hiatus. Isn't that strange that this show hasn't been renewed since forever? Let's talk about the recap from 2020. In 2020, they have an older format during their Celebrity Edition. The lifelines are Ask the Host in order to celebrate 20 years, Phone a Friend, and 50-50. But there is a forgotten lifeline back in the same year. There's a lifeline was offered to the contestants after the 10th question and allows them to consult with their accompanying supporter one time during the final 5 questions. However, in order to obtain this lifeline, the contestant must exchange one of his or her other remaining lifelines. This is similar to +1, but that didn't last long. There's no audience neither, and the only $1 million winner of Season 2 was David Chang. After everybody walked away from the $500,000, Chang became the first contestant to win $1 million by correctly answering all questions in 17 years and the first contestant to win $1 million in 11 years following Sam Murray's win on the $1 million tournament of 10 in November 2009. Chang is also the first top prize winner on the Primetime Revival and the first celebrity in the history of Millionaire to win the top prize, winning $1 million for his charity, Salford Smoke Foundation, with the help of Mina Kimes via the Phone a Friend lifeline on the $1 million question and Alan Yang as his supporter. However, no confetti has been thrown. In May 2024, ABC announced that Millionaire is returning to celebrate 25 years. This time, the changes are the audience returns along with the Ask the Audience lifeline after the first 2 seasons. The main part is that 2 contestants are going to be playing this season. The +1 lifeline will be gone for good. Speaking of, on August 14, 2024, 2 days before my birthday, Ike and Alan Barinholtz didn't just won Jeopardy. With Ike, or Alan when it comes to $125,000 for his charity for Uplift Family Services back on April 22nd, 2020. They became the second top prize winners on the Primetime Revival and the second celebrities to win the top prize. winning $1 million for their charity, the ASL program at Los Encinos School. Their win will mark the first time in the history of Millionaire that a team of 2 contestants win the top prize. And this time, they threw confetti. There are some flashbacks about former contestants, even celebrities have cameos when they return off won $1 million in order to celebrate the 25th season. The heads-up display looks different compared to the first 2 seasons. The studio gets darker when you make it closer to the million. Oh, didn't I mention there's one video that 2 contestants are trying to hold the giant blank checks if they won $1 million for their individual charities? And that's it for all of these changes. By the way, if you lose too early before getting to the $32,000 or during that question, you'll still get $32,000 no matter what happens. And that's how you are supposed to bring it back every year. Now, let's talk about a reality show that I enjoyed somehow. Number 5. Now, let's talk about Claim to Fame. Last year is something different than I thought. Despite says 12 celebrity-related contestants are competing for $100,000, this season really has only 11 contestants. Adam, Hud, Mackenzie, Shane, Daddy, Diedrich, Naomi, Miguel, Gracie Lou, Jill, and Bianca. Did I set these contestants in the elimination order? Well, yes, I'm not going to talk some detail about the challenges or whatever. I showed these celebrity relatives on the table here. I'm going to talk about detail of getting wrong answers. Can you believe how many wrong guesses that they got? 1, 2, 4? No, none of the above. 6 wrong answers. Let's take a look at them. We have a 4-peat of wrong guesses, known as 4 in a row. And on top of that, it's just the season premiere. Bianca Robert thought that Shane's celebrity was Forrest Whitaker, but that's wrong. Next one was a double elimination and double wrong guesses. Double the trouble, double the wrong answers. Jill was up for elimination before Gracie Lou. Let's start with Jill. She tried to guess Miguel's celebrity relative was Antonio Banderas, but it was incorrect. And for Gracie Lou, she tried to guess Adam's celebrity relative was Dustin Hoffman, but she was wrong too. Last, before Naomi got eliminated with the correct guess by Adam himself, breaking the 4th wrong guess streak was Miguel. Unlike Adam, he took a guess on Diedrich's celebrity relative, Little Richard, and he got it wrong. Welcome to the club, Miguel. You're lucky by the wrong guess, but you're joining with them. After Adam's correct guess, like Miguel, Diedrich is joining the party of wrong guesses when he thought Adam was Owen Wilson's celebrity relative because of the red car and the lightning bolt in the clue wall. Crazy that Adam could become the next Chris. 2 wrong answers overall. And finally, Danny, the one I picked, he got it wrong against Mackenzie because he thought her celebrity relative was Blake Shelton. And that's it for the wrong answers. For the 3rd straight year in a row, nobody got wrong answers in the finale. Speaking of the finale, after Shane got eliminated in the final challenge, Adam got hurt by splitting his head. How painful. I wish I could show it to you guys, but first of all, it's a little graphic, and second of all, I couldn't find it. And at the end, as a result of winning the final challenge, Adam was able to pick the matchup for the first guess-off of the finale. Unlike previous seasons, the winner of that guess-off will have control over the second guess-off. Adam could not retain control if he was neither the guesser nor the target. Adam chose himself to guess Mackenzie's relative in the first guess-off, and then choose to guess Hud's relative in the second. And that's it. That's the Season 3 elimination table. Only changes are the cameos are immediate, getting wrong answers are very bright, and the 3rd season's finale rules are different. And that's it for Claim to Fame Season 3. People are not going to be very happy about Adam winning this season. Just look at the critics. Ever since Danny got eliminated, I picked Adam to win. And now, it's time for a game show that everyone loves. Number 6. We'll save the fan favorite show for last. Press your luck. Last season, so far, without any doubt, this has one of the best highlights of the year. Let's take a look. The first thing that I want to talk about is the whammies themselves. 2 years ago was a disappointment. There's only 6 whammy animations overall. 2 of them are $0 related whammies, and at least 4 of them are new Christmas related whammies. However, not a single new regular whammy animation has been added. But this season of 2024, they finally redeemed itself next season. Last season, they have a whopping 17 whammies so far within 9 episodes. 4 of these episodes haven't released yet, since ABC delayed the show even further. Let's recap. Let's start off with the exclusive Deadpool and Wolverine whammies out there. There's 8 of them respectively without missing anything. I can't believe Chris Money Fairy Ahern gave so much detail about these. Those are Deadpool and Wolverine introduction, boy band, money eating contest, zip line, awkward washroom, stampede, fireman, and chef. 3 of them are Deadpool and Wolverine exclusives, which is Deadpool and Wolverine, money eating contest, and awkward washroom, and the rest of them are reused. The zipline Deadpool and Wolverine whammy is the only whammy animation that mentions one of the contestants' name. Normally, Elizabeth Banks was the only one being called out. That's very rare hearing this happen. Now, let's talk about the new whammies. Yes, the actual new whammies. Let's recap the main whammies. There are 6 of them. The first episode includes the Drill Sergeant whammy. Is similar to the 2002 version, except this time it's a $0 whammy. Instead of giving everything, a 20-ton crushes the whammy instead. Maybe Bill has had enough of the whammy since 2002 to 2003. Speaking of whammy 02, the second whammy is finally a normal one. This is from episode 3, known as the Godzilla whammy, and this time, Kong is joining the party. This is so far the only whammy that has a deep voice. The third whammy is from the 4th episode, is a whammy wedding. I did mention this on the Halloween special announcement. It's very interesting. The 4th whammy is a football whammy from episode 5. First, it was surfing, then golf, then bowling, then tennis, and now football? Wow! We're finally getting something for sports! How about basketball? What about soccer? What about hockey? The 5th whammy from episode 6 was an astronaut whammy. This was mentioned in the Pressure Lock Season 6 teaser, and we finally got one. The 6th and last whammy was from episode 8. This is a pirate whammy. And now, let's talk about the Halloween special whammy animations. There are 3 of them. Trick or Treat, the Whamlets finally return. The Shining, which this was included the most painful whammy ever from the main game. And Count Whammula. Did you know that the same whammy costume was seen in the Halloween episode? Wow, this is nostalgia from Whammy, the all-new Pressure Lock on Game Show Network. We're done talking about these whammies. Let's talk about some changes and new aspects. The first thing that popped off is the return of their own respective studio, Television City in Hollywood. Instead of the Haven studio, we are so back. It's not the only time we're absent within this studio. In Season 3, Studio Center is one of these. this season, ever since the Big 4-0 was limited in order to celebrate 40 years. This time, they brought back just like back to 72 from The Price is Right, and this time, it's the Big 5-0 in order to celebrate 50 episodes, kind of like Match Game's 58th episode celebration. It's the same as before, it's 50 of something. The third aspect is they added the Auto 1 sound effect for the first time. Listen. This only plays if you hit Auto 1 besides getting only $10. The fourth aspect is they added more whammy poses. This includes Rosie the Riveter, Crybaby, Dr. Evil from Austin Powers, and the Boxer. The fifth and sixth things that are new here is they added a Deadpool and Wolverine whammy takeover specials and their Halloween episodes too. Let's talk about these highlights. The first thing I want to talk about is the Deadpool and Wolverine whammy takeovers spin-off. Dylan has more than $100,000, including the Big 5-0 at stake, and won. Despite getting 3 whammies in a row, expecting a 4th one since Season 3, but still won regardless. And it does have a third-party song at the end. Speaking of, another third-party song is playing after Anita won more than $400,000 worth of cash and prizes. One spin could have gave her the million, but she did walk away because I guess she wanted to see Justin Timberlake with her brand new car. In the Halloween special, there's yet another $100,000 spin-off, but this time, sadly, they lost all of that money. On top of that, the rest of the spins whammied, I say out loud. In the opposite of biggest losses, Rob was the first contestant to lose exactly $10 by hitting Ada 1, then a whammy. Don't believe me? Watch the 55th episode on Dailymotion and you'll see why. And I think that's about it. Let's conclude this part. That was a long recap. Woo! What's your opinion with the recap of last season? Do you like or dislike my thoughts about the recap? Leave a response below. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day. For part 3, we will talk about new games in the upcoming year. This is Up36 signing off, and we'll see you in part 3.